What's cooking, Bianconeri? Welcome back to your old lady's favorite YouTube channel. Today we've got an update regarding three of your main favorite topics. First off, the Dybala situation. What is going on with him? We'll be talking about that contract situation. Are we finally getting a resolution? Then we also have Arthur Piers. Is he maybe back on the mend? We'll see what happens. We'll update you there on that situation. Then we're going to be talking about some changes that are going to be made for Sampdoria as well. Stick with us. We'll fill you in now. Ciao ragazzi, welcome back. You're in the Bianconeri zone. My name is Justin Sofro. Today is Friday, September 24th, 2021, and I have your latest rundown of all things Juventus. As always, before we do anything, if you go ahead and hit that like button, but also if you're new to the channel, go ahead and smash that subscribe button as well. Make sure you go ahead and join the community that we're establishing here, and we're trying to grow. We want to have a fruitful Juventus family that we can work together, talk about what things going on, but also the reason that we want to do this is because we have a motto here at the Bianconeri zone where we talk about being by the fans for the fans. I haven't said it in a while if you've been around here, but the reason that we do this is we want to involve you guys here in what we're doing. We enjoy hanging out with lives, talking with you all back and forth and all that, but we also actually want to involve you all in the channel eventually with maybe some call-ins, some stuff like that, some member opportunities in the future. So make sure you're subscribed so that way you can get all that updates as soon as we drop all that, which will be in the very near future, as well as maybe some giveaways or whatever have you that we maybe end up doing. So make sure you're subscribed because you'll only be able to enter into win any of those if you're a subscriber. All right, let's just go ahead and jump into it. We got our main three topics, and of course, the very first one is going to be about our boy Paulo Dybala. We're talking about the contract situation. Again, I know that I can do the meaning joke and all that means to another meaning, but it appears like this one is actually coming into something fruitful, into fruition, something actually positive when it comes to Juventus. Romeo Agresti was reporting, saying that more progress is in talks, or sorry, let me clear that real quick. More progress in talks between Juventus and Dybala over a new contract. There will be another meeting in the next few days. I know I made the joke, but yes, there will be another meeting in the next few days. An agreement until June 2025 is getting closer and closer. Okay, I know I've made the joke and I've said it before and I said it's probably not happening, but yeah, there's going to be more meetings. Of course, there has to be meetings to do this, but it appears, sorry, what am I doing with my throat? It appears more and more likely that by the end of the month or maybe early October, Dybala will be signing that new contract. Depends. It will wait to be seen what the final amount is. It's been rumored anyway between 8 million euros per year to 10 million euros per year, plus a couple here or there for bonuses as well. I think somewhere in that range will be something we'll see maybe, hopefully on the lower end, honestly, because right now Juventus needs to save money, but also like Dybala needs to turn it up a little bit to earn those bonuses to make the amount of money that he's really asking for, if I'm being honest. Glad to see that because I think he is essential for the project going forward for Juventus. And also, the biggest deal when it comes to this is he needs to sign because losing Dybala would have been detrimental to Juventus's future, mainly financially, because he's a very big he's a big money ticket either way. So if you lose him and you were to lose a player of his value, you have to replace that value. Somewhere you'd say probably around 65 million euro player at least. That's a big ask, especially when you're not making any money off of him leaving. So it's big that he is going to be hopefully renewing, because if he doesn't, then you end up losing that much, trying to replace him as well as what we are already trying to replace for next season. So that would be a big loss. It appears it's not going to happen. Positive for Juventus going forward. You get him on, you renew him. If he ever wants to leave in the future, then you can actually sell him and make some money off of him. But all reports seem to say that Dybala wants to stay with Juventus and be a part of the program going forward. All right, let's move on to the next topic of the day. And that's some good news that we have also as well from Gazzetta dello Sport, who's reporting that Archer has been training hard at home with his personal trainers and would like to be back before the 17th of October. That's Juventus-Roma match. So that's awesome to hear. I know that's one thing we've had conversations back and forth, either in the chat, otherwise in the comment section, whatever, about Archer's future coming in. I think there were also reports, I think yesterday or the day before, that Archer was involved in an accident and his vehicle was struck. He was not at fault. He was also not injured. Nothing more serious from it. Good to hear that he's okay. But also good to see that he's actually on the mend and actually hopefully will be able to return sooner than later for Juventus. I know reports from the beginning it said somewhere around October. I'd hoped it'd be a little bit sooner. I think a lot of guys, a lot of you all probably had hoped, because looking at our midfield, it's not great. So it'd be nice to have him out there to give Locatelli some support. But anyway, hopefully things continue for him in a positive direction, and that way he can rejoin the squad and hopefully get back with Juventus as soon as possible. Then finally, a bigger, not a big story, but just a story. Well, I guess it's a bigger story. Gazzetta dello Sport's also reporting about some changes for Juventus going into the Sampdoria game. This is a Sampdoria squad that just got blasted 4-0 by Napoli. So take that for what it's worth. But then also just consider on Sunday, they did dispatch Empoli by 3-0 as well. I know, ball is round, whatever you want to say. So just take it for what it's worth when it comes to, like, either it's a squad that got blasted or it's a squad that you don't want to overlook, because they also beat Empoli, who you struggled against as well. The reports are, though, that some changes are expected to be made for the game against Sampdoria. Perin will start, no injury. Perin will start, no injury for Chiesa, who could be benched alongside Dybala and Romeo, with Morata, Keane, and Bernardeschi starting. So overall, what we have here is it's interesting. First of all, I talked about this in the live. I'll be interested to see what some of the viewers of the channel, people, commenters who have left comments asking for Perin. And I understand I've been crucial and I've been harsh when it comes to Tech. I think mainly that's because I don't think Tech's very good. That doesn't mean that I think Perin is great either. It'll be interesting to see him get a chance to see how he performs. We talked about it as well. A little bit worried that if he performs really well, that people are going to jump on the Perin train right away, and then it could be detrimental long term. We'll see what happens, but it would be interesting to see if we get some bit of rotation against there. I mean, it will be interesting, though. What I will say is it will be very interesting if he, say that Perin, I don't know, keeps a clean sheet for the first time in 20 games. That'll be the first time. I think it's 19 straight matches without a clean sheet for Juventus. So that that might bring an air of interest and maybe debate going forward when it comes to that position. So that one interests me very much. Then we go about it with Chiesa. I don't fully understand. And I get it. I mean, I do understand it because players need to be rested. Players need to rest. Players need to get healthy. Chiesa potentially had an injury before, a knock, whatever have you. They're saying here that there's no injury for Chiesa, but he could also be benched alongside Dybala and Romeo as well. Romeo, I can understandably could be benched. Not great performances lately. Dybala has had pretty decent performances, not in scoring capacities outside of the penalty against Malmo. But I would say overall, Chiesa is one that kind of worries me, especially, again, I understand you need to rest this guy. You don't want to further aggravate anything if he does have any little thing that could turn into an injury. But at the same time, I just worry about Sampdoria. You need to get these 3 points, and that's all I'm going to say on that. But if you have Morata, Keane, and Bernardeschi starting. So, Morata and Keane, I'd be interested to see how they play. The reason I'm so interested in this is because if you've noticed one thing when it comes to Allegri overall this season, is he seems pretty inclined and pretty intent on starting Keane, or not starting, playing Keane and Morata both in the 9 position. So it seems like I've been pretty locked in seeing, because, Keane's also played winger position when it comes to his time at PSG. It's pretty successful in that role, but it seems that Juventus right now has been keen to use Keane at the number 9. Be interested to see which one ends up being adjusted in this lineup. Do you move Keane over, or do you move Morata out of that number 9 spot? Would be interesting to see for the future. Anyway, and then Bernardeschi is Bernardeschi. We get what we get, I guess. I don't know what else to say when it comes to him. But hopefully they can pull out a victory this weekend. I think we will hopefully see Juventus picking up points against Sampdoria. Hopefully they can when I say right the ship, but I mean continue to gain some ground. And then if maybe teams like Inter and Atalanta who play each other can drop some points or whatever have you, that would be beneficial for Juventus to slowly claw their way back into this thing, giving the difficult start from the very beginning. Anyway, that's all the real news I have for you today. Appreciate you guys for tuning in every day like you do, leaving likes. Like I said, please hit the like button if you watched this video and you liked what you saw. When I say what you saw, me giving you the news, not the actual news. Sometimes the news isn't that great. Don't dislike it because you don't like the news. I mean, you can. It's fine. Actually, I don't care. Do whatever you want. It's fine. Anyway, I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel, join our community, and also leave a comment in the comment section down below how you got here. And when I say that, I mean, as a Juventus fan, how you got to this point in your life. Did you grow up being a Juventus fan? Where are you from? All that news. We want to hear your story as well. So make sure you do that and also hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos regarding all things Juventus. Make sure you follow Bianconerizone at Bianconerizone on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you follow me at Justin Sofer on Twitter, and also follow my boy Julian Genotti at Genotti151 on Twitter as well. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri.